American democracy is JOEVER. That is the subject of today's video. Back in 2016, Joe Biden said he wanted to pick, very specifically for his number two person on the ticket, the person he adds to his ticket. The person he wanted was not Kamala Harris. You know who he said? Elizabeth Warren. He really wanted Elizabeth Warren as his vice president back in 2016. And then in 2020, he chose Kamala Harris. Do you know why he chose Kamala Harris? The donors pressured him to not pick Elizabeth Warren under any circumstance. The donors love Kamala Harris. Why is that? Why do they love Kamala Harris? Well, the reason is quite simple. She represents them. She is who they want. And she might be what the Democratic Party gets because the ticket got flipped. Kamala Harris, when she ran for president in 2020, well, technically 2019 because she dropped out before 2020, she didn't get a single delegate in the primaries. She was that unpopular. She had to drop out before the first primaries took place because her poll numbers were that bad. She was that unlikable to the Democratic Party voter base. But the donors love her. And so, that's what we get. Kamala Harris will lose the 2024 election. That is the subject of today's video. So in my previous video, I predicted Donald Trump will win the 2024 election back when the top of the ticket was Joe Biden. Now that the ticket has been flipped, I still believe Donald Trump will win the election and Kamala Harris will lose the election instead of Joe Biden losing the election. I do think she has a better chance of winning because at the very least, she is not a senile idiot. And that's a huge advantage over Joe Biden. It turns out Americans really do not want to vote for a senile idiot who can barely talk. So I do think she has a better chance than Joe Biden. However, I think the entire Biden administration right now really does not have the best reputation. If anything, I think the entire Biden administration should be replaced. One thing I do love about Democrats picking Kamala Harris, well, okay, by Democrats, I mean the Democratic Party elite flipping the ticket, is the mere fact that this means we won't have to deal with Kamala Harris in 2028 unless she somehow manages to win this election. I really did not want to have to deal with her running in the primary, so now I don't have to deal with that. We don't have to see her in the fucking debates again. So, that'll be nice. Though it would, especially now that Tulsi Gabbard isn't a Democrat, because, like, I will say this, my favorite part of the Democratic debates was watching Tulsi Gabbard, like, destroy Kamala Harris. That was funny. Really enjoyed watching that. Easily the best part of that whole debate. But yeah, Kamala Harris will lose. Trump will win. RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard endorses Donald Trump. That is the subject of today's video. So less than 6 years ago, Tulsi Gabbard referred to Donald Trump as Saudi Arabia's bitch. Now she endorsed Trump, simps for him on Fox News and a bunch of other shows, is very vocal in her support for him, has made very clear on Facebook over a month ago that she'll do everything she can to help get Trump back into power. Yet, she previously was very vocal against him. So was RFK Jr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was a man who was very, very vocal about Trump and his problems with Donald Trump. So was Tulsi Gabbard. Now they both support him. Why does this keep happening? Why do these former Democrats end up having to leave their political party they strongly associate with and then support someone they used to be vocal against? It makes you wonder how much of politics is real and how much of it is political theater. Like, I don't know how much of what RFK Jr. said in the last 16 months was real when it came to his criticism of Trump, if he now simps for Donald Trump.